All right, Danny. I think you should have your tea in. Will we get the teas in? Or
Yeah, I'll get the teas in. Go on.
Okay. This is why I shouldn't be in front of a camera. All right, Danny. I'm down in Ringsend talking to Lachlan in the lovely Choice Cuts office. Thanks for having us.
Not at all. My pleasure.
Do you want to tell me a little bit about how it started, Choice Cuts?
Yeah, well, Choice Cuts was set up by a guy called Mark Murphy in 2001. He's just into hip hop mainly, and he just didn't feel that the music that he was into was being represented in the city. Mark had been saying to mutual friends, just going like, "Geez, there's never any hip hop acts on." This was back in like 2000, 2001 when hip hop was just on the cusp of getting massive. Around that time we had mutual friends, and I was very much into DJing and buying records and stuff like that, so we became friends through the music, and then from there we just kind of started putting on gigs together and putting more and more of our own money into it, and then it became our full-time jobs, and 10 years later this is what we're still doing. So
cool.
Yeah. I'd studied computers in college, and Mark had done marketing, so the venue started asking us, could we do like websites for them, or could we do their posters? And then another friend of ours, Donald Thornton, joined the mix. So now there's three of us that run it, and so we do web and design and music stuff as well. When we were growing up, we were mad into hip hop, and obviously with hip hop comes the whole scratching thing. So again, it was just Ireland wasn't being represented on the international stage in terms of scratching, and we thought, we're not really at the level to be representing the country itself, so why not put on these championships in Ireland, and try and get Ireland into these world finals. And we did that for a couple of years, and it was very, very successful, very popular, and people really loved it. That scene has kind of died away now a little bit, but there's still some great people in Ireland that are still doing it. But from there, again, we started kind of moving back into doing the bigger and bigger gigs, and just expanding out a little bit more beyond just the hip hop, because obviously as we grew up, we were listening to hip hop, we were getting more into reggae and soul and funk, which hip hop has its roots in. So
of course, yeah. Yeah, what about Hypnotic Brass Ensemble? How did the relationship with that?
Yeah, well, the relationship with Hypnotic started really because we were buying the records, and again, Mark was saying, look, we should book these guys, they're great, no one seems to know them over here. And we booked them once or twice, and they're great guys, like sound dudes, so we just hit it off with them really well. And they needed a website, and they needed this, that and the other, and we were able to provide that for them. So I think it was the first time that they'd encountered a booker, a promoter that was able to do more than just get them to perform, Okay. And we loved their music, and we loved their whole approach to how they created music. So we just kind of hit it off. So Mark started doing bookings for them in Ireland, and also doing a couple of bookings in the States, because ironically they're not that well known in the States, even though that's where they're from, but they've kind of found their home in Europe, and especially in Ireland, So from there, Donald designed a couple of album sleeves for them, and singles and stuff like that,
Cool.
So now we just have a relationship with them where if they need design work, or if they need someone to help them with their bookings, we kind of step in and do that.
Cool.
Which has been great for us, because that's great experience to be getting, working with a band.
Definitely, yeah, and it seems like that it's an organic kind of relationship as well.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it helps both of us. I mean, like the band, obviously, we take a lot of pressure off them. We look after all their web and selling music online for them and all that kind of stuff. And what we get out of it, obviously, is a relationship with a band that's really strong, and they get to do a lot of work with other musicians. So yeah, this year we had our 10-year anniversary, where we had another Honest John's chop up, which was Damon Albarn and Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers, and they were backed by the Hypnotic guys, because Damon Albarn had them in the studio with him when he was doing some guerrilla stuff, So it was a great little in for us to get to kind of work with all these kind of real high-end artists.
Cool. So what's going on with you right now?
Yeah, well at the moment we're working on confirming some of our bookings, so they're not confirmed yet, so we can't mention them. But an interesting project we are working on is with South Dublin County Council, called YAM, which is a youth arts map, and it's basically an online mapping website for people to submit their own musical events, and we're keeping it very simple. So I mean, that functionality is out there already, but we are trying to focus very much on the kind of 13 to 21 year old market. So a lot of these events might be non-alcohol based ones, So we're working with South Dublin County Council to develop that. So that'll be going live towards the end of January.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's yam.ie.
Cool. Nice.
Great.
Got the plug in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, well, cheers, Lachlan.
Cheers, thanks
very much. All right, Danny, you better get back to work there, so fire away.